Hello, my name is Faisal Khan. Well, I think it's time we talked about the Ripple XRP fiasco. Oh boy, right? Oh boy. Well, I wanted to wait a few days just to get a better picture and clarity as to what has happened. And I see a lot of people have jumped to the gun, have said this and said that, etc. The XRP, proponents and those who oppose the XRP, both sides of the camp have given an opinion on it. But I wanted to wait a few days and just see where it's going. In my opinion, this is a very serious move by the United States government. The US government typically does not get engaged into anything that they cannot win in the court. It's not like they don't know about this case. It's not like they don't understand this case. It's not like they don't understand the merits or the demerits of it. I think they understand it very well, and they're convinced beyond a doubt that this is something they can win. A lot of people have put up videos of ex-SEC officials or other officials that are saying XRP is not a security, it fails the Howey test, it doesn't qualify on all the 4 points of the Howey test, etc. Does that really matter or not? I don't think so it matters. Why don't I think it matters? I think the reason it doesn't matter is because you think that the SEC has not thought about these points. You think that the SEC, which is basically the owner of all things securities, does not know what they're getting into. You think the SEC doesn't realize the kind of company that they're dealing with, a company that has $9 billion in asset in market cap, a company that has a lot of money, a company that can go out and hire the very best lawyers and the very best attorneys, the very best people who've been through that revolving door who now work for Ripple. I think the SEC is very well and very cognizant of that. What the SEC is guilty of, in my opinion, is that 5-year wait that they've had in between offering this clarity. Ripple was chided before in the past of, operating this thing, and I think it was 2014 or 2015 when they were chided by the FinCEN, etc. And since then, the regulatory clarity hasn't come in, and that's what the SEC is guilty of. It should have been that SEC should have given a notice and a clarification on this thing. Many years ago, it would have taken them maximum a month to say, you know what, we think you're a security, go get yourself the appropriate licenses, etc., and do that. What's going to happen? Well, from a money transfer point of view, any company that is dealing with the XRP token or the blockchain, etc., to do transactions for purposes of money transmission will cease. This could be MoneyGram, this could be XYZ, this could be a company that is associated with the US or not associated with the US transfer market. This could be an association where the transfer market could be between Philippines and Hong Kong using the XRP token. If it's a licensed money transfer operator, in view of what is happening in the United States, the fact that it is owned by a US company, I think they will stop trading and dealing with that token for purposes of money transmission. SBI today said that they highly believe that the SBI is one of the major investors in Ripple. Let me put it this way: believe that the XRP token is not a securities instrument. You know what? SBI, doesn't matter what you believe, and you're outside the United States. And for them to say that they believe it's a token or not a token, they have to say it's not a token because they've got their vested interest in it. They can't be looking stupid or silly for their board and say, you know what, now that we think of it, I think it might be a token. Of course, they'll have to say and cover their ass and say it's not a token. The XRP army, this is absolutely hilarious. On every forum, they're shouting and saying this and saying that. The XRP, SEC is, you're wrong, this thing, Garlinghouse, go for it, you'll win, etc. You know what? Your voice does not matter one bit. Not one bit. You're all noise and traffic for everything outside the case. In the case itself, your voice just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at all. And I'll be happy if you can prove it to me otherwise. Why? Because all of these people have just a vested interest in the XRP. Someone has got $500, someone has got $5,000, and someone has got $50,000 or $100,000 invested in these coins. And of course they're going to make a shout. Now that considering it went to what, 62, 63 cents and it's down now under or maybe close to 20 cents. So that's 2/3 of the price drop in what, about less than 30 days? Of course it's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt bad. But anyone who's going to be using the XRP token is going to think 10 times. And it's already happened. Coinbase decided to delist and stop trading the token for the US market. Bitstamp is going to follow suit. Kraken is going to follow suit. There is not an exchange in the United States. Mark my words, that is not going to stop trading the XRP. And that's where the largest amounts of liquidity are arising. Now, people will tell me otherwise that, oh no, the liquidity in Japan to Hong Kong or, China to the... It's nothing. The majority of the liquidity for XRP and trading happens to be in the United States market. And when that market is no more, what are you going to do? I saw a lot of comments of people who I value a lot, but again, I think they've been drinking their own Kool-Aid a little bit too much, saying that, we think that, Brad Garlinghouse is going to win it. He's not doing this. It's not Brad Garlinghouse. He just happens to be one of the, people named in the suit. It's actually Ripple. But the fact of the matter is the United States government, the prosecutor, and everyone else over there has thought this through. They are not going to go into a battle, so to speak, to lose. Yes, it does have serious consequences if the SEC wins. XLM might be next. Tezos might be next. Polkadot might be next. XYZ might be next. There's so many coins that will have a repercussion, and the United States government is going to make sure that anyone that they can go after, they will go after. Either you get yourself licensed, organize in line with the rules and regulations that you have now, or you face the penalty. And I personally feel that the penalty will come, and it'll be a pretty hefty penalty. Will it be the end of Ripple? I don't know. Larger companies have gone under. Bear Stearns has gone under. Merrill Lynch went under. Whatever. What's that thing called? Enron went under, etc. So we don't know. There is one thing that, the Ripple folks can fork the XRP token, which many people are saying is what the Spark token is all about, and have it run outside, etc. But what about all the American investors that have vested in this token? They will have to be accounted for. They will have to be bought into line for, and that's where the fines will come in. If you've sold this token to 1 million customers in America, or American residents, or American investors, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 400,000 investors in America who've bought XRP, there's a price to pay for that. You can't just do that. What bothers me is, without knowing what happened in 2014 and 2015 with Ripple, why did Ripple not go and obtain the necessary money transmitter licenses? Why did it not register with the SEC and get all the regulatory coverage that they could have, very easily could have, just by selling a few thousand tokens in the market, or 100,000 or 1 million tokens in the market? They could have got all the appropriate licenses. Sometimes the answers are not easy. Sometimes the answers look like you're swimming in your own pond, and it's like, the frog in a pan of boiling water. You don't notice it until it's too late. Sometimes you drink your Kool-Aid too much that you're not paying attention. And the biggest part over here is those who are in love with the token, those who have an affinity towards it. They would not like to see it go down. They would not like to see the movement go down. And there's a lot of animosity between the XRP army and the non-XRP, the XLMS guys, the ETH guys, the Bitcoin maximalists, and so forth, etc. I feel that XRP is going to suffer. I feel Ripple as a company is going to suffer for it, and they will have a penalty to pay, a pretty hefty penalty that would be. Will it be the end of Ripple? Very difficult to say, but I don't think so. It'll hurt, and it'll hurt badly, but I think they'll bounce back. I think the utility of that token will be there. How fast this case can be settled is going to be the key. With all the institutional investors that have a stake or a partnership or some sort of an agreement with Ripple, or are using the XRP token, they will probably be reassessing their needs right now. If you can imagine what happened with Libra when Facebook announced that project, and what happened with it, and how Visa and PayPal and all the other companies decided to leave their project just by a mere mention of the resistance offered by other banks and the SEC and the US government, etc. Everyone abandoned them. That could very well be the case over here. As the case progresses, the first outcomes of any sort of indication or inclination that the US government has indeed the strong arm over here, that would have a dramatic effect on the tradability of the XRP token. Right now, as I've said, in less than 30 days, it has lost over 2/3 of its value, and I think it'll continue to drop. I see a lot of cry for help. Please, stop the FUD, stop this, stop that. At the end of the day, you can say that on YouTube, you can say that on Twitter, on a blog, in a tweet, or on LinkedIn. It doesn't matter. People who are going to dump it are going to dump it. Very few are astute investors who understand the ability and the power of what holding on means. You could make 10,000 videos on it. No one would care. If they want to dump it, they'll dump it. If I bought, my savings and I thought this stock would go to the moon, or this coin would go to the moon, this token would go to the moon, and whatever moon is, and I spend, $5,000, and I see that now it's worth about, let's say, $2,200, and now it's $2,100, now it's $1,900. I'm thinking, oh my God, let me recoup whatever I have and let me just sell it. That person sells it. That further puts a pressure on the price to go lower, and others follow suit. I feel that it's almost hilarious that the people, the proponents of XRP and Ripple, are making noise on social media like never before, as if the United States government would say, oh, hold on. Let me listen to what Bob here has to say, or let me listen to what Andy or Ahmad here has to say. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's the court that will decide, and I feel that the US government does not go into battles without winning it. No matter how strong of a team you may bring, the fact of the matter is Ripple has not done anything to align itself with the token issuance in a manner that could have benefited them, i.e. by getting registered with SEC, getting FINRA approved, what have you. They've not done any of that. They haven't even applied for money transmitter licenses, etc. And yes, this will have an impact on Stellar. I definitely think it'll have an impact on Stellar. I definitely think it'll have an impact on the top 10, 15 coins and tokens on the CMC top 20 or 25. And I think the US government is pretty serious. Last year, they went against that FATF travel rule, etc., which has come out. The Department of Treasury has come out with more rules for non-hosted wallet. And I think this is just the beginning. You will see a lot of blowback from this thing. Let me know what you think of this opinion of mine in the comments below. Let's see what happens. It'll be very interesting to see. I hope this case sort of comes to a close either way very quickly. The longer it elongates and it stays in the court, the more damage it does. But anyways, we'll see. Anyhow, I hope to hear from you. Till next time, this is Faisal Khan signing out.